Greetings, this is Mustafa Talks Tech, your digital marketing specialist and tech evangelist, coming at you again with another episode on the Mustafa Talks Tech show. On this particular video, I want to address the subject of social media algorithms and the appearance of spam. Social media algorithms and the appearance of spam. And the subject of this video and the title of this video is based on some experiences some people on Facebook have been having lately, wherein they're getting all type of funny notifications, wherein they are being informed that they have violated spam policies or their content goes against community standards. And in a lot of cases, this is for stuff that was posted weeks, months, if not years ago. So a lot of people don't even remember the stuff they posted. And when you go in there, sometimes it don't even tell you what the offending content was. So you're left clueless, wondering what was said, what was done to even correct it in the future if you wanted to. So we're just gonna unpack that on this video and kind of come up with some solutions based on my experience and my training that can keep you out of this hot water if you want to continue on social media and try to avoid what's going on, because in worst case scenarios people are getting shadow banned. Some people are getting I think I heard someone say they got like a 3-day ban where they couldn't post because of these restrictions and these things that are coming down on them. So that's definitely not good, especially if it's for stuff that may have happened years ago, weeks or months ago, where you don't even remember what that particular content is or was or what was going on. Uh, I just want to just explain and give you what it is, what I think it is, and what most likely it is. That we have to understand that on any given day, around 2 billion people get on the internet, social media, etc. Right? So on Facebook and other social media platforms, there has to be oversight. Otherwise, things will run rampant. There'll be there's chaos. As you know, with anything, has to be some type of order. So to address that, of course, you don't have enough monitors or content people, content viewers to just view all this content that's being posted on any given day. You're talking about millions, if not billions, of people posting videos, content, pictures, writing stuff. It's just impossible to be able to keep up with that amount of content coming in and have human eyes to go through each post and make sure it complies to some type of standards. So what Facebook has and a lot of these social media platforms have is an algorithm where they can plug in certain offending content or offending words or offending topics, wherein this algorithm or this mathematical formula system that it weeds out or it penalizes or it highlights certain things that are considered offensive or deemed quote unquote against community standards. So, you can get one of these dings at 3 a.m. in the morning, you can get one of these dings at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, because it's not based on an actual human sitting at the computer or at their computer actually, oh, this post right here, they did it, man. Boom, I'm a ding them. Oh no, they put this video they put up, boom, I'm a ding them on that. So it's not necessarily something like that going on where there's human eyes just going through all of this various content and dinging you or um, banning you and all this. And so it's an algorithm, it's a system that they can plug in these keywords and these topics and these trending issues that's going on. Like back in the day, a couple years ago, where we had 2023, back in 2020 and 2021, a big hot discussion was, of course, the pandemic. And then from the pandemic, vaccines, pro and con on that issue. So, you know, at that time, if you took a anti-vaccine position or you were against the jab and you posted that type of content on your social media, they already had the algorithm set up and they had keywords plugged in and certain topics plugged in where you would get dinged for taking a con position against the vaccine. And many people saw that they was getting banned, they was getting shadow banned, people wasn't seeing their content because the algorithm based on Facebook wanting to be pro-vaccine, they were weeding out and shutting down those who took a con-vaccine position. That's just one example. And there are so many different other examples of where Facebook, at their own discretion, have decided certain content is unacceptable to their community standards. And so their algorithm is weeding out. I mean, you can say a certain keyword, right? And I'm this year I've been going to school for coding and software engineering, and we went over and learned about algorithms and about how you can key in certain keywords, and those keywords will create certain actions or other desired results. So I'm not a master of that. I'm still in school learning it, but it gave me an overview of wow, this is how this go down, how you can put in keywords and phrases and it can create action based on what you put in based on the algorithm. Like they can literally create an algorithm, right? And they can say that all the people on the social media platform that say this particular keyword or this particular phrase or this particular subject limit their content by 80%, take away their visibility by 80%. So only 20% of the people sees their content. See, that's a way and a means of kind of stifling your voice, and the hope and desire is by you posting this content and you get no likes, no comments, no shares, no reaction, that the hope is that the more you post this and you get no reaction, that you will get discouraged. And when you get discouraged, you're less likely to post this in the future because you start thinking, ain't nobody seeing it. Nobody giving me feedback. Nobody saying nothing. So that is a tactic that they use through the algorithm, through this formula code to weed out people from saying certain things or addressing certain subjects that the algorithm weeds you out, not necessarily human eyes and human actions will weed you out. So we're discussing social media algorithms and the appearance of spam. So that leads us into what the current situation is, where people are seeing these funny notifications about spam violations and community standard violations, right? And it's funny that I put on Facebook a couple of days ago that I was going to record this video and address it and just give my thoughts on it. And the same day I said that, I got a done notification saying I had violated community standards, that I had engaged in some objectionable spam. And when I drilled down on it to see the content, it didn't show me the post. So I don't know what they're talking about. So even if I wanted to correct it, I don't even know what the offending content was to correct it if I wanted to correct it. So that's a problem. That's a very big problem. But so we're gonna sway right into what I want to get to about what's going on social media and Facebook. And before I say that, that you may notice this going on Facebook, that's like what we're drilling in talking about. But this is going on across the internet and social media landscape for real. This is going on Facebook. This is going on, I assume, Instagram, since Facebook owns Instagram, but I haven't experienced it directly on Instagram. But I will throw them in the batch too. I know it's going on TikTok. I've gotten several notifications where they have blocked or deleted videos and information that I put on TikTok for this very reason. And it's not, again, it's not a human that's doing this; it's the algorithm that's weeding out things that I put on there and said. I know medium.com, which is a article sharing website, they're doing it. they're blocking and doing people this kind of way, and that's not even a quote unquote social media. That's an article sharing, almost like a blog website, medium.com, and they're doing it. YouTube is doing it according to a friend of mine that's on YouTube. They're kind of acting funky and crazy and doing some crazy stuff. So you may see it on Facebook because you're on Facebook, but it's a trend that's going on across the whole social media and digital landscape, right? So what's going on is there's a lot of spam on social media. You may see it, you may know of it. There's a lot of spam. There's a lot of bots. There's a lot of scammers out there who are trying to prey on susceptible people that they can get them entrenched in their scams. And you see this going on all the time where you'll see a Facebook post that you may put up, and then somebody will comment under, get in touch with such and such a person at such and such a website or such a number. And if you click on that and go, then you just got caught up in the spider web of a scam, and now they can probably hack your account, and they can do all type of crazy stuff. You may get funny inboxes wherein it sounds crazy, and it's designed to get you again in their web of deceit and their scam, and ultimately either hack your social media accounts or get into some other more personal, more business accounts of yours, start messing with your serious business. But that's what's going on. It's so much spam going on social media. I mean, it's so many fake accounts being set up every day. They can literally clone your account on social media, Facebook in particular. They can clone your account, take your name, take your picture, take pictures of you, family and otherwise, and create a whole social media platform and identity based on your name and your pictures. And then they can go out and talk to people in your network, friends, families, and others. And if they don't second guess, they think it's you, right? And then they can use this platform, this fake persona or this fake page to get information, to create chaos, to get pertinent information, personal information. I see it all the time, you know, and you should do a Facebook search sometimes of your own name and to see if you have multiple pages out there underneath your name. And I've had this experience personally, like a couple of years ago, a personal friend of mine, somebody I know personally, a page purporting to be them on Instagram, right? Inboxed me, started a whole conversation with me. I'm gave me the greetings, talked to me, had a whole conversation. But something fell off about the conversation because the vibe just didn't feel right. The spirit didn't feel right. And so I said, I don't think this is them, even though that it's in their name, it's their picture. I said, I don't think this is them. And so I threw out some questions that only they and I would know to try to trip this person up. This person posing to be this a friend of mine, right? And those questions that I threw out of a personal nature that only me and this person would know, it kind of tripped them up. It kind of backed them up, like, oh, dang, yeah. And so they closed out the conversation. We closed out the conversation, and they kind of like, well, get back in touch with me. And then at the end, in another comment, they tried to um, push me towards some type of money making program online, which I knew wasn't my friend. I knew this wasn't them because we don't even get on that type of time. So this was a scammer who had cloned the account of a personal friend of mine, inboxed me, reached out to me to try to build trust and build a conversation with the ultimate aim to try to get me to follow some link or to get into some scam or some game that's going on so that they can trap me up in their spider web. That's what's going on social media. It's going on Facebook. It's going on Instagram. It's going on all of these social media platforms where people are setting up profiles and spamming and scamming and playing games and setting people up for the okie doke. So Facebook and other social media platforms, they are aware of this. And so they are trying to combat it themselves. All of these fake profiles and all these spams and scam accounts, they're trying to address it themselves. So, as I said in the opening, you know, you have billions of websites that come up any given day. Excuse me, you have billions of people online on any given day posting videos, posting memes, posting writings, posting websites, pictures if I didn't say that, um, all type of content, reels. Is no way you can have enough human force to combat the flood of content that's coming on social media. There's no way you can do it. So again, they have to try to set up their algorithm to try to weed out and catch some of this content, right? So there are certain keywords. I haven't seen the algorithm, but based on my studies and what I know, I'm assuming based on that algorithm, they're putting in certain keywords and they're putting in certain phrases and they're putting in certain behaviors, which would trigger to them that this is possibly a scam account. This is possibly some spam. This is possibly something that's illegal and illic. So based on that, certain keywords and certain behaviors and certain characteristics, then your page could get flagged based on what the algorithm determines at its own discretion that this falls under the category or the criteria of scam, spam, and illicit material. So Facebook, as I said, that it's billions of people on the internet, millions and billions, right? So they can't flag or put a human eye to see every piece of content that's legit or not. So what they're doing is they're dropping a nuclear bomb to solve a problem instead of being a sniper. Meaning, a sniper can take out individual targets. But when you drop a nuclear bomb, it annihilates everything. So that's what Facebook is doing. They're dropping a nuclear bomb. So they're annihilating everything. So the good and the bad is getting caught up. So you may be posting legit content, you may be posting legit videos, legit reels, legit memes, everything. But um, if you trip up and put a certain keyword out there or a certain behavior pattern or a certain phrase, then the algorithm can determine or see you as falling under that category of spam, scam, and now you got caught up. Now your page is restricted. Now you're shadow banned. Now you're possibly blocked, deleted, or shut down. That's the gist of what's going on. So we have to be you have to be mindful and learn some things, how to maneuver through these landmines and through this craziness that's going on right now. But is ultimately them trying to weed out scam and spam accounts. And we are getting caught up as collateral damage in this. Instead of them being the sniper, boom, 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 going after particular targets, they're just dropping a bomb and just catching the good with the bad, right? So as it's been almost 20 minutes, man. So as we kind of get ready to land this one, I just want to kind of go over some of those things based on my studies and my own experience that you can kind of do to possibly keep yourself out of that fishing net and kind of avoid the appearance of spam. See, that's what's catching a lot of us up is the appearance of spam. Let me tell you an example. I just I just started on TikTok about a month ago. Seriously getting on TikTok. Before I was ambivalent about TikTok, but as of a month ago, I've really gotten into TikTok a lot for my brand, Mustafa Talks Tech. I post videos and I put the little music with it, and like a little minute clip or a minute and a half clip, and that's done really, really well for me. But I put up a video about a month ago, and I used Rick Ross as the bass music. Push it to the limit. One of my favorite jams and songs when I'm looking to do something great and looking for need some musical inspiration, I put on Rick Ross Push It, and that drives me to push it. So I put this music to match my video because I was in that message I was talking about pushing it, doing greatness, being great, achieving greatness. So I wanted that theme in the back, push it to the limit, push it to the limit, push it to the limit. And this video got flagged because I looked after a while to see what the results was, if it was getting engagement, if people were liking, commenting, or they had some follow-up questions, relating to my business. And it had not got anything. And I was like, this has not been the pattern for me on TikTok, because I put a TikTok video out there and it explodes. So I expected nothing less from this video. And then I saw that this video wasn't getting no hits. And so I drilled down further, went into my notifications, and I saw I had got a notification that I had violated community protocols or community standards for this video. And all this video was doing was telling people how to be successful online on social media, which, my business, Mustafa Talks Tech, giving them some tools that they can use to be successful online, and how they can monetize their knowledge and their expertise, and do that online. So this video appeared to be spam because it seemed like I was trying to push people towards a money-making scheme or a game or a scam, which I wasn't. I was just, in my business, it's Mustafa Talks Tech. I talk about building these digital platforms and how we can use these digital platforms for our uplift and our benefit. But this particular video fell under the appearance of spam. So I let that one go. And then I put another video up, and then it got flagged. And then I put another video up a little while, and then it got flagged. And I said, you know what, this is getting ridiculous now. Because once you get under that radar where it appears that you're in spam and scam and all that kind of stuff, then they're just gonna start routinely flagging and blocking and deleting all your stuff. You just get under that, that microscope. So I said, I gotta put a stop to this right now, because everything I post now is gonna be under that spotlight where they're gonna be, flagging me, or blocking it, or shutting it down. So I said, I gotta address this right now. So I looked on one of the videos, and there was an option where I could dispute, their decision. So I went through there and I disputed that, and I told them what it was. Hey, I'm a digital marketing specialist. I promote digital platforms and building digital realities, and that's what I'm into. And this is not, nothing shaky or fake or funny. And maybe an hour or so later, they reversed their decision. That video was back up. Another video is back up. Another video is back up. And since I've took that route, I haven't had any problems with TikTok, man. I post anything and everything now, and I haven't had any problems with stuff being flagged. Another example is I have a Linktree landing page where it's called Mustafa. I have it linked to a domain name, mustafatalkstech.com. And when you go into mustafatalkstech.com, it takes you to my landing page. And on my landing page, it's my platform where you can find everything Mustafa Talks Tech related. You can get my blog, you can get my podcast, you can get my YouTube, you can get my digital products, my book, you can get my consulting information. If you want to link up with me and do business, you can get all of my social media pages on there, my email, contact, what else? Yeah, everything, blog. If I didn't say that, everything is on that landing page. It's my one-stop shop destination for everything Mustafa Talks Tech. So that page, that link tree, is now banned across Facebook. Every time I try to put in my website now, mustafatalkstech.com, I would get a notification that this page has been deemed spam, and therefore you can't post it. The same thing with my email address, because my email address is letstalk@mustafatalkstech.com, because mustafatalkstech.com is in that email address. My email address is not flagged. I can't even put my email address in Facebook on social media right now, because I would get that same notification that this appears to be spam, or if you went against um, our community standards or protocols on spam, and therefore you cannot post this email address. And I'm fighting that right now because my landing page or my email is not spam related. I don't ask one time for $1 on my page. I give information. I teach about digital marketing and digital platforms and tech, and show people how to shift in their careers from one thing into tech, and how to use tech tools to modernize their processes and work smarter, not harder. That's what I teach on my digital marketing, my landing page, excuse me. But that has been deemed spam now. So until I get that fixed, or get a resolution in that algorithm now, every time I put that website in, MustafaTalksTech.com, it's automatically on the blacklist, where it's not even gonna go out. The email is not even gonna go out. And if you think I'm tripping, put in Mustafa Talk, www.mustafatalkstech.com on social media. Try to post it as a website. Try to post my web email, let's talk at mustafatalkstech.com. I guarantee you it ain't gonna let you do it. It's gonna tell you this website, this email has violated spam policies, and therefore it cannot be posted. So that's a fight that I gotta go through, because as I said, my website is not spam, it's not scamming or anything like that. But it fell under the appearance of spam. I'm going to tell you why, and give you some information on how maybe you can avoid that. So what I do is I use StreamYard, which I'm using right now, to broadcast my information, because StreamYard allows me to broadcast to multiple platforms at one time. Like I can broadcast to YouTube, I can broadcast to Facebook, I can broadcast to LinkedIn simultaneously and in real time. So that's a great benefit to me. And what I did about a month ago, I was doing my normal live streams. Um, and I put in the description of the video, the title of the video, what it's about, and then I put in several links, the link to my blog, the link to my main website, the link, my email, contact me, my phone number, my what else? Download my digital product. I put in all these different website addresses, my link to consult with me if they so choose, right? So it's a lot of websites I put in this particular comment in my description for the video, right? So I was doing my live stream about a month ago, as I normally do, and it tells me all of the social media platforms that I'm streaming to presently at that time. So at a certain point, I got a notification that there was an error or a problem in the live stream was shut down from Facebook. So I couldn't go investigate it at the time because I was live streaming. I couldn't stop in real time with people watching me and then go and investigate why Facebook is not streaming. I just had to keep going because the other two platforms of LinkedIn and YouTube, it was still going strong. So I said I just had to fix it on the back end, right? So after the video recording, the live ended, I went into Facebook to find out what was going on. And I got this big old notification saying that it appears that you're engaging in spam, and several of your links appear suspect, and therefore we shut down that live stream on Facebook. And that was the beginning of my website, MustafaTalksTech.com, getting put on the objectionable list, so that I can't even post it on Facebook or in Messenger or my email address, because it's associated with Mustafa Talks Tech. So I tell people, when you are posting on social media, just as a practice, um, don't put a lot of links in your in the top description of your video, because what it creates is the appearance of spam in the algorithm, I assume. Again, I haven't looked at the algorithm to see all of the um, keywords and the phrases and what is considered objectionable, but I'm just giving a high assumption based on what happened to me and what's happened to other people who are getting their videos delisted and blocked and shadow banned, that we have to understand that Facebook is no longer just a social media platform where you get on and discuss and talk and catch up and all that. Facebook is now a big business. Facebook is $1 billion empire and entity. And therefore, it's in Facebook's best interest to keep you online into the Facebook ecosystem, because you can see more ads, you can see more videos, you can see more content, which people have paid to put out their sponsored content. And therefore, that's how Facebook makes their money, through the sponsored content, selling ads and boosting posts. So if you put a link on something, then that takes people off of the Facebook platform, off of the Facebook ecosystem, and takes them into something else that may be it may be something that's somebody else gonna make some money, or somebody else gonna pull from potential money they could be making, right? Particularly if it's your own website that you're leading them off. Look at it from this angle. You're taking people off my platform that I'm trying to make money on to put them on your platform so you can make money. And you think they're gonna let that ride? Nope. So it's not in the best interest of them to allow you to lead people off the platform into another platform, especially if that platform is about taking money out of their pocket, bottom line. So I tell people, don't put your links in the top, in the description. Put your link in the comments. Write the title, write the description, do all of that. And then you can put in, for more information, link in the comments. Therefore, you can avoid that appearance of spam, right? Also, be mindful of, where was I gonna go? I lost my chain of thought. I apologize. I lost my chain of thought. So we'll just keep going. Maybe it'll come back to me. God, it was a good one too. It'll come back to me. So that's one of the biggest things that you can do to avoid that appearance of spam. Just got a text. That's one of the main things that you can do to avoid the appearance of spam. Because as I say, once you get caught up in them crosshairs, everything you post going forward is going to be under that spotlight, because now you're in the algorithm. They can put you in there, and now everything you post is going to have a greater heightened sense of checking out. And then if you notice from that point, then they start dinging all your stuff. So when I got dinged, I said my live was dinged, then I started getting an avalanche of um, notifications that I had violated community protocols, community standards. And I mean, I was getting like, no cap, I was getting like 7, 8, 9, 10 a day. They was going back, looking at information and blocking videos and blocking content and blocking this and that. And it was all the content that I had this website linked to, all the posts that I referenced my website, all of that got tagged, dinged, deleted, and put on that list. So that's what you be seeing when they catch you. They're gonna go back and they're gonna look forward. So everything in the past they're gonna look at, and they can catch you. They're gonna ding it. They're gonna delete it, put a ban on it, and anything going forward in the future they're gonna be looking at, because you're in the algorithm now. The algorithm has determined this particular poster is a spammer, a scammer, a schemer. So we got to watch everything they post going forward. So they be watching your stuff with the microscope, looking for everything. So I wish that thought would come back up. Maybe I have to do another whole video regarding if it was a good one. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I wanted to just educate us on social media algorithms and the appearance of spam, and how it's not you. If you're a legit, reputable social media participant, and you post legit content, and even if you're a business owner and you do legit business, it's not you necessarily. Is they're dropping a nuclear bomb to solve some problem elements, but we're all getting caught up in the crosshair. We're all getting caught up. And it would not be in their ability to take a sniper approach, just going after those individuals who are doing this objectionable stuff online. Because to do that, they would have to have millions and billions of snipers to go after these objectionable characters, these bots, these scammers, these spammers. So they're just dropping a nuclear bomb and just saying, hey, let the chips fall where they may. And unfortunately for us who are on social media, that's not a good thing for us because it only leads to our accounts um, getting shut down, getting shadow banned. Where, if you're not familiar with what a shadow ban is where they don't shut your page down necessarily, but like I say, they key in the algorithm. They'll say this particular person when they post particular subject or a particular keyword, then algorithm formula says decrease their viewership by 80%. Only show their information to 20% of the people. So that's why you will notice sometimes, your engagement is up, sometimes it's down. I got a Facebook page, man. I got over 15,000 strong, right? And right now it's going strong. My algorithm is off. My engagement is off the chain right now. I mean, I'm getting 300 reactions. I'm getting 200 shares. I'm getting likes, comments. I think my biggest post I did a few weeks ago, I got almost 20,000 reactions. I got hundreds upon hundreds of shares. But before that, it had went down. So it's that yin and yang, that seesaw where it's constantly going up and down. So that shadow band is in place where that formula will determine show the full stuff or sometimes restrict your stuff, and that's based upon them seeing you as a person involved in spam or a scammer. So they're putting restrictions on you, hence a shadow ban. And it's a lot more. I can go into shadow bans. That shadow ban covers religion. If you take certain religious stance, or you're involved in certain religious organizations that they consider objectionable, they can put a shadow ban on you where now your content is not getting the traction that it once did. It goes to politics. If you take certain political positions or you're involved in certain political camps, they can put that shadow ban on you where now your content is not going out among the people. It can go into the health realm if you share what's considered controversial medical or health opinions, as we saw, with the pandemic. They can put that shadow ban on you where your content is not being viewed, it's not traveling, it's not going nowhere. That's what they can do, fam. So that's pretty much everything. I think that gives everyone a good overview of social media algorithms and the appearance of spam and what might be going on with your account. Where if you get these funky notifications where it's telling you you violated some spam community standard or protocol, that's pretty much what's going on. You got caught up in the crosshair, you became collateral damage. Sometimes you just have to let it ride and just have to keep posting, and then things will correct themselves. That's what happens for me sometimes. My engagement goes down on my business Facebook page, one of my business Facebook pages that's really, really popular, and the engagement goes down. Sometimes, I mean, I got 15,000 people on there, and sometimes I get one piece of engagement or no engagement, but I keep pushing, keep posting, and eventually, sometimes it works itself out, and then my engagement goes back up, and then it goes back down, then it goes back up. So it's just the nature of the beast and the nature of the game. But that's why I say it's another video, another subject for another video. But we have to not be so social media dependent, but see social media as a means of networking and building relationships that leads them to our real information, our real platforms, our real landing page, our real video sharing, our real blogs, our real podcast. That's another subject for another video. But we have to start being so social media centric and thinking that the social media is our end game, and see that as just one of the tools and getting people to our end game, which is our business or our networking or our platform or whatever we're trying to promote. So that's pretty much it. If I think of that, if that thought comes back across my mind, which I know it will, then I may just come back in and do like a little brief follow-up video, or I may just do a written post of it or something of that nature to put it out there. So this is Mustafa Talks Tech, your digital marketing specialist and tech evangelist, concluding another video. I pray that and hope that everything I said was clear, that you understood what I was saying, and that I made the points, and that what I gave could help you in navigating these landmines and stuff that's going on right now. But keep your head up and keep posting. Be smart, be wise, um, research and learn about what's some of the algorithmic objections. There's certain keywords out there that you can learn that you may not want to put this in your post because it triggers that algorithm that you're considered in spam. If you're talking about money or get rich quick schemes, not in those particular words, but if you're talking about um, making money or business, then that kind of raises the eyebrow in that algorithm, because that's one of the things that the scammers do. They talk about money, they talk about the get rich quick schemes, they talk about this business offer that they have. So that's how they catch susceptible people who are maybe stressed and pressed for money, are looking for a way out. And so that's a way for scammers to get with you. So if you post certain things about money and business, and hey, let me help you start a business, you may get on the radar. That don't mean you're bad or you're doing wrong, but I'm just saying that may cause them to start looking at you, the algorithm, not necessarily people. So keep that in mind. Maybe I can find some of those words and phrases and things that you may want to stay away from, and maybe I'll do a post on that as well to help you out. But invest in yourself and do the research and try to find some of those objectionable words, phrases, and things that you may want to stay away from as well. All right. So this is going to be streamed through Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if you're on those channels and we're not connected by chance, go ahead and like, subscribe to me. If you found this information useful, please share it to someone. And stay in touch with me. I'm going to be continue to post information like this based on my studying and research of tech, digital marketing in particular. So, there's a lot of information that I have available now and a lot of information that's to be coming in the future. All right. So, peace. See you next.